Aren't we at Race Cafe? Here we are. Oh god, what? Yeah, the frame rate. Well, we're just looking at this, so I doubt it would be a good way to confirm it, but. Okay, the frame rate's taking a bit of a hit now, but only by a little bit. It's not going below 20. So it doesn't fluctuate as much.
Left the scene. Right. That's pretty unusual behavior. She could be in shock. I saw some people do strange things in war. Maybe. Maybe she doesn't give a fuck. According to the patrons, her old man was a piece of work. You don't think, Phelps, the guy was run over. So it worked out well for this broad. So what? Maybe she deserved to catch a break.
Yeah, the frame rate is a little lower now, but... Okay, I wanted to say for the most part it wasn't going under 20, but then it did. It's just under 20 now. And I'm pretty sure that, you know, OBS is high priority and everything. Okay, now it's under 10. It's stuck at 5, now it's 7, and now it went back up to 20. What the hell? Whoa. Okay, let's turn on the siren. Fine. Oh, also I went way past the place where I'm supposed to be going. I just realized that. Yeah, the frame rate still is the same way. And it's doing horribly right now, even though... Okay, what if I look at the floor? That usually... Okay, it went back up to 30. Now look straight ahead. Either hitbox or OBS is having a stroke. I'm not even running anything, like, beyond the game. That's very demanding right now. Don't think... Well, let me try the good old trick of killing all the tabs on my browser and see if that helps any. Either this or this extension. Or any of these tabs. I don't know why the tab processes are mixed in with the extensions, but I guess that's how it works. There, they're all dead. I could close Skype, but I doubt that has any sort of impact. Do I have 60 tabs open? No, I actually have a... Well, I've gotten to that point, I think, but I actually had a pretty moderate number open right now, so...
Yes?
Something like 10.
Is this about my husband?
We're investigating the incident, ma'am.
I see. Come in, won't you?
I forgot if I have anti-aliasing turned on with this, because I think that's like the one thing that isn't really notable, but really slows stuff down. I don't have anti-aliasing, alright. Filtering is at a minimal, SSAO, I'm not sure what this does actually, so I'm gonna turn it off. Quality, performance, balanced, yeah, balanced. What's LOD? Oh well, just leave it like that. Whoa. Okay. I want to say I don't notice any immediate difference.
About the accident, ma'am.
I appreciate that, but I think I know most of them already, Detective. He was hit by a car, now he's dead. What more is there to tell?
Pardon me, but you don't appear to be too upset about it.
Lester and I met on a furlough in '44. We got married that weekend. People don't understand it now, but that happened a lot back then.
I see. So you probably did well to stick together this long.
What's that supposed to mean, mister? I think it's about time you left. I have someone here, and
Beg your pardon? You're gonna have to run that one by us again, sister.
It's okay, Lorna. I'm Leroy Sabo.
Oh boy.
Well, well. Nice to see you're comforting the grieving widow, Mr. Sabo.
All right, wise guy. Do you have any intelligent questions you would like me to answer?
You can confirm Mrs. Patterson's story.
Lester lost at cards. He was kind of hard to control when he lost his temper. He turned without looking and walked right out in front of the car. It wasn't good.
What's your relationship with Mrs. Patterson, Mr. Sabo?
We're friends. Good friends.
You expect me to believe that?
Look, I was filing for divorce. Mental cruelty. Lester could be a mean son of a bitch.
And Lester knew about that?
No, I hadn't told him.
Well, hasn't this worked out well for the two of you? I feel almost bad for busting in on this little rendezvous.
It's alright. So far, everything's going really smoothly.
How did the car come to hit Lester?
He walked straight into the path of an oncoming car.
Well, it does seem like that is what happened. Well, I'd be perfectly happy to believe you, but you see...
You expect me to believe that, Lorna? It's all very convenient.
Gambling for Lester was like the needle for a hophead. He was yelling at me. He was yelling at the whole world. I kind of felt sorry for the driver. Poor guy had no chance.
Okay. That's not really more information, though. But sure, that's stuff we already knew, but...
You were arguing in the bar and on the sidewalk?
We were always arguing. So what?
On the sidewalk, and they're always arguing. And we certainly have information of this. So we can't exactly call out a lie. And we don't have any clear indication that this time could have been any different. So doubt again. Well, let me use intuition. Why not? That's what it's there for. Okay, doubt.
Admit it, you were baiting him, pushing his buttons. We can easily get the full story from the regulars in the bar.
All right. Lester was playing cards out back. He lost, of course, and wanted back in. He suggested I earn the money on my back to get a mistake. That was the proposition he was putting to his so-called buddies. So maybe I was a little angrier than usual. Let's just say I took exception to his idea.
And about your partnership, we do totally deny that. We do have the evidence to
The bartender said that you
call you out on that.
go into business together.
We're gonna bring that up right now.
How do you get the money to do that?
I have a little money saved away.
Have a little money saved away. Something tells me that's not the case. And well, the barman said that they weren't well off at all. So, saved away. Well, well, we could start the live thing and see what that leads to.
Being economical with the truth, Lorna.
You want to back that up, little man?
Okay, you don't have anything. Is what we're trying to say, but I don't know if we can actually confirm that with the insurance thing. Because what this proves is that she could have gotten a lot of money from his death, but... oh boy. Gotta get... I think Bobsy that was out of the way. Well, maybe not.
Sorry. Sometimes you have to shake the tree to see what falls out.
Yeah, that's a perfect excuse. And now she was a little bit harder to read for a moment there. You don't have any money though, do you?
Sabo has no money.
There you go.
This place can't be worth much. Where is the money coming from?
My father left me this house and some money. Lester took out a second mortgage. I held on to the money and kept my mouth shut. And that's all I'm going to say on the subject.
What?
You and Mr. Sabo have an interesting day.
I'm sure we will, officer. Now, if you could both just leave.
Guess we were supposed to bring up the insurance scam thing.
I can see what a tough time you're having with this. Come on, Phelps. Let's make ourselves scarce.
Well, something to keep in mind.
I'm out of here, Lorna. I got a business to run.
You think Mal is done with the autopsy? Better call it in and check, Phelps. Between the driver and the widow, I say we start dealing with the facts.
Alright, let's get the information for this, if we can approach this from the correct side. Oh, or the prompt doesn't come up, never mind.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Messages for me, please.
Just one detective from the coroner. Message reads, Phelps, see me at Central Morgue immediately. Results of the Pattison autopsy.
Thank you.
He's good looking for police.
It's also that, God, the frame rate is still doing very poorly, it seems. Whenever I do turn over there to the right to OBS to confirm this, I do see that. Okay, actually, hang on a minute. I'm trying to go into the menu. Alright. I don't have VSync turned on, do I? That's a thing in this. Well, apparently VSync doesn't even show up as an option. So in a window where I well, I'm not running it with a third-party window where actually there's like a... This game has a launcher and it has a command line thing. And the, I guess, legitimate way to get this in a window is with the command line. And that's how I'm getting it windowed. Don't know what LOD is, but I'm gonna go change that to performance. Whoa. The first hour or two there weren't any problems. That's weird. Can't really tell you what it could be in that case. We don't have anything on second plane running. Oh well. Well, I mean, it was doing fairly fine until I started noticing, or I thought it was doing fairly fine.
Safe in a tank with you driving.
Until I noticed the frame rate. I don't think the thing that I just changed really helped all that much.
All units, shots fired off speeds help. Chateau and Valencia. Chateau and Valencia. Shots fired off speeds help. Unit
Whoops.
3 identified.
I'm pretty sure I'm not running a virus scan. Well, I spent a long time before, I guess while I was asleep, downloading updates. But that ended a long time ago, and I'm pretty sure the download was already finished by the time I woke up. God, frame rate has gotten worse. And it's consistently worse now, it looks like. Okay, if I do this, okay, it goes back up. But the moment I get out, it climbs back down. So I really don't know what the battery is. Oh boy, there it goes. It's at 1 now. I have the feeling it's actually less than 1, but this can only do integers. Okay, there we go. It's climbing back up a little bit. Then it went 5. Then it went back up. Oh. Oh, the siren was supposed to get these people out of your way.
Cross over, keep going straight. Turn right when you can.
What do you mean, right? Pretty sure the way we get there is by going left. So that's what I am doing. Well, you know, as expected, it looks like it does the full frame rate when I'm on a menu and stuff, but the moment that stops, then bad stuff happens. Oh. Yeah, I hear that. Oh no. Is that puppy noise?
Okay, we'll handle the phone call. Go ahead, KGPL.
I see you motherfuckers. Come on up here and get us.
What is all this?
Oh god.
Hell. Crowley pulls these guys over. Finds our trunk full of hardware like we lose it. They lose it. Bullets start flying. And they snatch up the guns and one of the cops. Head to high ground and make their stand.
And the officer?
Up there. Still alive, we think. Who knows for how long.
Oh god.
We'll keep him busy if you can find a way up, sir.
I have a feeling that the thing I just changed, just making it look a little bit worse, and it didn't really improve anything, so... try this. And go back into the game and see what happens. Okay, frame rate is more or less the same. It's equally bad. And he lost his hat again. And of course there's more than one. Oh, there's another one. Let me guess, we were so far away, aren't we? Well, thank goodness we have unlimited ammo. Also, wow, it's at 2 FPS right now. Not that it makes that big of a difference with this. So look at the ground, and there we go. Now it's at 30 again. The hell. Okay, it says 29, but I have the feeling that's going to go way down in just a moment. It still reads 29. Now it reads 2, never mind, there it goes. See, restarting the game might be a good idea. I don't know if it lets you save manually, I think it doesn't. Guess we're supposed to go there on foot. Oh boy. Well, guess what, dude? I guess we have regenerating health, don't we? Yep. Well, that's the one guy. Can we not kick down the door or do anything like that? I guess not. Oh, we climb this ladder.
Put the weapon down now.
Oh boy, here we go again. 'Cause this went so well the last time.
And your hands in the air.
Well, it's just saving now, so I guess I'd be willing to give it a try.
Shooting. It's code 4 here, but suspects are down, and I need an ambulance in Chateau and Valencia. Also notify detective headquarters. I'll need the coroner. My partner and I are okay.
11K Roger on the ambulance and coroner. Detective headquarters will be notified. All units, 11K reports code 4 on the shooting at Chateau and Valencia. Code 4.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I think I'm starting to see some screen tearing, so yeah, I think I'm gonna try to restart. Yes. Well, it did just say that it's saved, so progress is liquid. I have to actually press the key. Have an account to play it with the Rockstar Online. It gives you resources, I think. There's the window options. Does let you have the different things. Like the quality. Let you choose how those should work before you actually start the game. Well, what if I reduce the anisotropic filtering? Adapter. And I'm guessing that that's visible. Okay, now this is an annoying thing, but I guess you have to do it every time. Even though I keep telling it, auto-signing this is a lie. So how's this? It never auto-signs you in. So let me see how it goes now. So far so good, but that's a given that we're in a menu. Same way for the loading screen, so right here we are. Oh, there it goes. 20. No filtering, I guess. It's not night anymore. Oh, well, there it goes. Went way down, and then it went back up. Guess when I'm looking at the distance, then it takes a hit. Oh, yeah. Yeah, maybe not the best thing to try to stream right now. Yeah, I don't know what changed.
I wouldn't feel safe in a tank with you driving. Straight through the next intersection.
Straight through the next intersection.
Straight through the next intersection.
I can't really think of anything that might have changed between a couple hours ago when I started streaming and right now. Maybe restart entirely, maybe. God. It's
Straight on here.
still doing all the same. Still having the same issues. Well, I think what I'm gonna do is... Oh God. I'm gonna try to get to the end of this. Well, I have Text Manager open right now, I think, and... Or no, I don't, but I did a bit ago, and I'm pretty sure that the OBS process is high priority, as it was in my old computer, but... Well, what... But apparently even so, it has that problem. Well, let me have a look. Hang on. Okay. I go to applications, it says... Well, I have Windows Update. Just could close that real quick, since the updates are downloaded already. It was kind of wanting to have that on hand, since I wanted to restart the thing before too long and see what the updates are about. But well, I have the browser, I have Steam, I have the game, and I have a few Explorer windows, but that's pretty much it, because I have Skype too. I just close Skype. I don't think that's gonna cause an issue, but alright. Well, the CPU usage is apparently at around 50-60% right now. If I focus the game and... God damn it. This thing went under the... Oh. Taskbar, alright. It says it's at between 30-40 now when I'm actually running this. And the frame rate as well is as it has been. So it's kind of like it's not letting OBS do its thing for some reason. Okay, I don't know, it was like at like 1 or 2 before. And now it's in the 20s when I was looking straight ahead. Okay, now it's at 4. Now it's at 3 and 4. Well, okay, now it's going back up. Right now it looks alright. Let's see if it can stay that way, since we're in an indoor area.
We can put the driver in front of a judge in less than a week. You'd be making a big mistake.
Run that by me again?
The victim was dead before the car hit him. 2 puncture wounds to the right side of the thorax. Second puncture reached his heart. You're kidding me. Been doing this job 23 years, son. No one's ever laughed at one of my jokes.
He was stabbed to death?
Long, sharp knife. Length of a bayonet.
So the hit and run was a cover-up.
I'd say he was stabbed twice at very close quarters. Both wounds thrusting upwards and then pushed in front of the car.
Easy, Tiger.
Clever, really. I almost missed it. But the trajectory of the wounds was all wrong if he was impaled by the hood ornament. Find the knife, detectives.
Yes, sir.
It all comes back to the crime scene.
Oh boy.
We need to hit Ray's one more time and trial for evidence.
So he was stabbed and not by the car as we thought. Okay, I was gonna say that car became your own, but not hers. So back to the crime scene we go.
You can drive. Where are we going?
Guess I'm gonna do the skip the driving mechanic, because not much of a point to doing it if you know we are behaving like this. Well, I wanna say it looks fine now, but I'm afraid that the moment I start talking about it, then it's gonna go back to
Lester could be a heel.
We just wanted to check the crime scene over
stuff.
if that's all right.
Can you be quick about it? Cops are bad for business.
Really? We'll tiptoe, Sabo. You won't even notice us.
Well, it's been at 30 for a couple of minutes now, so I don't know.
All right. Step by step, check every inch of ground.
So I guess something changed again. Oh well. So we're looking for a knife, right? I guess we're looking inside the bar, and we can find another newspaper talking about that Fontaine guy.
Courtney, come in. Have a seat.
Okay, it looked like it went down for like a fraction of a second there, but I guess that was because it was loading this scene.
It's, fine. Are you sure?
Can I be honest with you, Doctor?
I would hope so, Courtney.
I was hoping that the therapy would be more beneficial.
Treatment can unfortunately be very long-term.
So many of the patients here are addicts, Doctor.
Many of them have been for years, Courtney. In the past, these people were condemned to sanatoriums. If we can reveal the root of the problem, then we have a chance to help them.
And until then, they stay sedated?
Do I detect a hint of reproach, Courtney?
I was expecting more, Doctor. I'm sorry. I don't mean to criticize.
Part of being a physician, Courtney, is learning to be patient.
How is it possible to keep so many of them on their medications, Doctor? Many of their addictions are illegal.
Oh, many things in life are gray, Courtney. What may on the surface appear to be illegal is actually of benefit to society at large.
Man, I would trust that guy, wouldn't you? Doesn't look shady at all, no sir. I'm sure that Phelps here will never meet him. Also, I guess, take a look in the back. What is this room? Oh boy.
This is why everybody comes to raid.
I guess we found the poker place. I almost wanted to say speakeasy, but that's for booze places during the prohibition, that's right. We can't go through this door though. And we seriously can't find any clues or anything in this room. It's kind of odd. Can't examine the table. Oh boy. I heard that. What did I miss? So what, do we talk to the guy? We check the tables. Because other than the newspaper, I don't think we found anything of note. Just by looking around. I guess I do talk to him. Maybe. Oh,
You know, I don't really feel like talking to you right now.
So apparently trying to talk to him doesn't reveal anything. So this isn't getting nowhere. So what if we try to go to the place right next to him? We can't. Trash, maybe? Oh boy, we're actually gonna dig through the people's trash. Yep.
I'm sure Carruthers will confirm this as the murder weapon. Let's talk to Leroy. See if he explains way out of this.
Well, that guy doesn't want to talk to us, but I guess he's not gonna have a choice now.
Leroy Sabo, you're under arrest for the murder of Lester Patterson.
Not gonna happen, fellas.
Oh boy. Well,
Go! I'll bring the car around.
I guess he really didn't care.
It's too late, Sabo.
Well, I would like to do that, but it doesn't really seem to be possible with this stretch of...
Stop or I will shoot.
Oh boy. Well, you could, I guess, give a warning shot, which is what I was trying to do, but... But I don't know, I guess I picked the wrong place to do it. Oh, there he is. I guess that option is no longer open to me now. There we go.
You look spooked, Phelps. I thought you'd been under fire before.
It never gets any easier, Bukowski. Have patrol pick up Mrs. Patterson.
So, I give you a hit and run, you bring me back fraud, conspiracy, and first-degree murder. This is how a good detective operates, Phelps.
Oh.
Take nothing at face value. You keep digging and asking questions until you get to the truth. You got some sharp elbows, detective. I like that. Keep up the good work.
Get the feeling that we could have done that non-lethally, though. City damage, oh. To allow the driver to dock failure to stop charge. I guess the driver was just someone completely unrelated, after all. Well, I don't know, it looks like the frame rate fixed itself somehow.
B-Cop says he located a green Kaiser Fraser from the hot sheet.
I know what was going on with it.
West 2nd Street. Get over there, see what you can find out. Go on. Sorry to inconvenience you.
We're on it, Captain.
So, I mean, how is it the driver's fault at all? I don't know. I guess he couldn't have anticipated the sudden appearance of a guy who was trying to get killed by other people, but yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and leave this right here for now. I've been doing this for a while. Extra SWAT. Vehicle showroom, oh boy, and the credits. Well, do I have anything unlocked? Drive this vehicle to unlock it. So I guess we gotta jack up a bunch of cars to be able to do anything here. Well, do we at least get the police cars that were driven, or do they just not show up here? I guess not, because we don't have anything here, that's great. Oh no, I guess that's gonna be it. And there we go. Oh boy. Well, apparently the CPU usage didn't change, so I couldn't tell you why the frame rate was going crazy like that. Well, maybe I can look into it. Major FPS drops using OBS. Using 720p input might lag from a webcam, but I don't have one on this. The frame rate is 30, but it was still giving me problems. And apparently the bitrate that I have is low enough that it shouldn't give me too many problems either. Do not go over 720p, 30 FPS, and 2500. You're not partnered, but this is for Twitch. Well, right now I have 720p, 30 FPS, and 1800 as minimum bitrate. You can fluctuate between that and like 2200. Quite powerful, so unless there's something in the background that might be using CPU power, there's no real reason why that should be happening. Oh, well, I don't know. Probably a quirk here. Well, speaking of a quirk with the game, I think I've done a few tests, and pretty much the only other game that has done that so far is Batman Arkham City. Or at least out of the ones that I've tried. Ouch, because when I was doing that first test stream, that same thing happened where the frame rate dropped a whole bunch. So let me try. What if I try to run that right now? Let me check the settings I have. VSync, no, thank you very much. DirectX 11, no, detail level very high. 12, maybe turn that down a bit. Don't need motion blur, dynamic shadows, distortion. Well, what if I have it with these defaults? I'll try to run that and try to capture it. Ah, there it is. I can actually move this window around, which is a good thing. So let me see. There we go. And because I can move the window, I can actually, oh god, see OBS on the right, and the frames are not good. They are not good at all. I don't think I can change the graphical options again once I've started the game, so... So maybe not. Let me try this again. Let me try lowering that thing further, and then... What I don't understand is why this happens even when I have OBS on like high priority. Alright. Okay, move everything down from very high to medium. And play. And I wish I could make it so that... so that I can skip these opening things. Alright, it's better now, but my question is, will it stay that way? It looks like it's doing mostly fine. For the most part, at least. But then it dips. God damn it. Well, let me see. I have it on medium now. Let me see how the game looks like that. because it's doing the same thing. And that's no good, because this is one of the games, one of the series I kinda considered doing for the stream at some point. Alright, yeah, the frame rate leaves things to be desired, I see. And if I go to Blizzard requires more rendering, yep. It's not good. And now it's frozen on one picture, isn't it? Yep. Well, it's... it looks fine for the most part still. I'm pretty sure I can't actually change any of the graphical options, yeah. Okay, what happens if I make it have the worst possible appearance? Will it perform better and at the same time? Alright, low. Actually, what's the difference between medium and low? Alright. Medium has dynamic shadows and low doesn't, I see. So we start OBS, I might try that, alright. Well, I think I'm gonna do that, but if that doesn't improve things, I might just restart the whole computer and do something else for a bit. Because it's got a bunch of updates to install and then try again in a while, but right now let me restart OBS real quick and see if that helps.